Dímelo, mi gente, que lo que? You already know this is Pun Drunk Boxing, aka Mr. Woo Shine himself, aka El Adobo, aka El Sazón, aka El Borracho. Dímelo, mi gente, y'all already know I'm about to preach. Yo soy el pastor de boxeo. Now, straight to the point, y'all. Straight to the point. Leave your biasness to the side. Y'all already know we're going to break things down unbiasedly, logically, and objectively. Hey, yo, if you do not believe that Demetrius Boo Andrade has been one of the most avoided fighters of this generation,
you's a liar!
If you don't think Demetrius Andrade was avoided in 160 for a potential undisputed bout with Canelo Alvarez, I'm not saying it was Canelo Alvarez, but I'm saying his business handlers, if you don't think they effed up on that undisputed, they didn't effed over Demetrius Andrade, you's
a liar!
If you don't think in the middleweight division, one of the most prestigious divisions in the sport of boxing, that Jamal Charlo has not avoided Demetrius Andrade,
you's a liar!
If you don't think that Triple G has gotten a pass in the middleweight division for not facing a Jamal Charlo or Demetrius Andrade,
you's a liar!
If you don't think that Demetrius Andrade got the skills and talent, the Olympic pedigree, and will cause problems to anybody in the middleweight division, or would have caused problems to the likes of Canelo Alvarez or Caleb Plant, or whoever y'all want to say from 168, 154, 160, you's
a liar!
Now we got that over with. Ladies and gentlemen, I hear too much contradictions when it comes to Demetrius Andrade. I don't care at this point. It's irrelevant what happened in 114 that he didn't fight the likes of Jamal Charlo and things of that nature, and the business handlers pulled Demetrius Andrade out from that fight because the money wasn't right and they wanted more money. Okay, cool. But now, that was little money before. Now, this is big money right here. We're talking about millions and millions of dollars. Not even close to what he pulled out from. But now, look, a lot of criticism has always gone to Demetrius Andrade. Oh, he's a boring fighter. He don't fight nobody. He fight guys that we can't even pronounce the names, yo. Why he's fighting the mandatory? Why he's fighting Liam Williams? Why? But now that he got this new mandatory challenger from Kazakhstan, Shanepik Alimahula, it's one of those names that I can't even pronounce, right? Chanabik Alimanahulu. Alim Anahulu. Anahili. Something like that. I'm sorry, my brother, but damn, that name is not, But anyway, good fighter. Good amateur pedigree. But now they saying, oh, Demetrius Andrade. Yo, now he's going to drop the belt. Now you're going to drop the belt. You don't want to fight Zanabik? You scared of Zanabik? You don't want to fight your mandatory? Oh, now he has to fight his mandatory. Now he has to fight another guy that we can't even pronounce his name. What the hell is all the critique? The critique? Now you want him to do what you've been critiquing him about for a long time. I don't understand, folks. And this is the problem is why, because the fans give the likes of Triple G a pass. You give them a pass. You don't put pressure. So when the name Demetrius Andrade is spoken, they don't feel like they pressure to fight Demetrius Andrade. They don't feel like they pressure to fight the 6'1", southpaw, Olympian pedigree, unorthodox, unpredictable, undefeated. You give them a pass. There's no pressure. And I'm not saying that fighters are scared to fight. In the end of the day, they're groomed to fight. I consider all these fighters modern-day warriors, modern-day gladiators. They put their life on the line for pure entertainment, folks. I give them the benefit of the doubt all the time. But y'all don't keep the same energy. Y'all don't keep the same energy when it comes to Demetrius Andrade. Y'all don't keep the same energy when it comes to Demetrius Andrade. So these other guys feel like they got a path. They don't even got to pay attention to Demetrius Andrade. You feel me? Y'all just don't keep it consistent. So what we got to do as fans, folks? What we got to do as fans? Put the pressure on the fighters. Not really, because necessarily these investors, these advisors, these managers, these promoters, they're the one that's really afraid of for the fighters to fight Demetrius Andrade. They don't want to lose out their investment. At the end of the day, it's a surprise fighting, all right? It's protect your investment, but a real boss take risks, right? Yeah. We need to put more pressure on the fighters so the fighters could put pressure on the promotional company and managers. Shame them. Just like you've been shaming Demetrius Andrade. Because it's Demetrius Andrade that's going out there in a press conference and trying to go face-to-face to to tell Jamal Charlo that I want to fight. It's him that's going to Triple G after the fight and stepping inside the ring and ask for a fight. It's him going to Canelo Alvarez and stuff like that. I know, ladies and gentlemen, y'all don't want to see him, Canelo Alvarez, because y'all feel like that ship sailed, right? Canelo Alvarez is 4th-division world champion and things of that nature. I understand, but in the end of the day, Demetrius Andrade went out there not to shake his hand, not to be a friend, but to ask for the fight. And of course, that segment, Canelo Alvarez, I mean, that's the birth of Cartelo, aka Cartelo. Y'all already know Canelo Alvarez, aka Cartelo, aka Canelo, aka Payday, aka get the fuck out of here, man. Yes, it was funny. I was more actually disappointed on Eddie Hearn, because Eddie Hearn just kept his mouth shut. Eddie Hearn is the promoter of the Demetrius Andrade. Eddie Hearn should have put his Don King cap on and start promoting the fight for his fighter, rather than just sit there and laugh and act like Canelo Alvarez might stay with you for the rest of your life. He was so sprung with Canelo Alvarez sitting right next to him. Demetrius Andrade is your fighter, Eddie, and I like Eddie. Eddie is one of the most prestigious promoters in the sport of boxing. But anyway, Demetrius Andrade needs a legacy fight. And it's sad that people just can't keep the same energy. Criticize Demetrius Andrade for everything, but now y'all telling me that y'all don't think that the business of boxing is doing him wrong in terms of legacy? Y'all don't see it? How about if we was in that position? Demetrius Andrade is being withheld from enhancing his legacy, and we seeing it in real time. The same way that we're frustrated that we're made with the promotions that, yo, Gervonta Tank Davis, man, he could be so much. He could be so much. And we're frustrated. We're frustrated with Leonard Ellaby. Look at the boxing community. They all going after me with the promotions of Leonard Ellaby, right? In the Twitter world, in the YTBC world, but no, when it comes to Demetrius Andrade, everybody stay hush. Now we want Demetrius Andrade. Now we're shaming Demetrius Andrade to fight another mandatory, in which I was criticizing him to fight Liam Williams, who was a mandatory. Right? Now you want him to fight the mandatory that you don't know. You don't know him. You don't know. You can't even pronounce his name. Just like you've been criticizing Demetrius Andrade for fighting guys that we can't even pronounce his name, but now you're shaming him to fight the mandatory. And if he wants his handlers to petition to be the mandatory to Canelo Alvarez, you'll be like, no. What Canelo Alvarez is gonna gain by fighting Demetrius Andrade? And what does Demetrius Andrade gonna gain by fighting let me pronounce his name again. Chanabek Honolulu. Huh? Just like you're saying, what does Canelo Alvarez have to gain to fight Demetrius Andrade if he becomes the mandatory in 168, because the Canelo Alvarez is undisputed? What does Demetrius Andrade has to gain to fight Zanabek? You see, you want to keep the same energy? Ladies and gentlemen, just let's put your feelings to aside and your biases aside. This is just it is boxing. And we could see that this man has been avoided. Regardless if you're a fan or not, you cannot tell me you don't agree that this man is avoided on real time. So how about we keep the same energy, folks? How about we don't give a pass to the likes of Triple G? They're going to be fine. Hey, Triple G, what happened? He got a postponement. He's not going to be fighting Murata. Why they just don't make the Zone? Hey, the Zone was pressuring Canelo Alvarez to fight a premier fighter, right? Why they not putting the same pressure on Triple G? You know why? Because we are not putting the media, the mass media, the independent media, us collectively, we're not putting pressure on Triple G so he could go out there and argue with his management that I want Demetrius Andrade. This ain't the Kazakhstan fight. This mandatory that we want for Demetrius Andrade. The Kazakhstan fight that should be in the ring to fight Demetrius Andrade next should be Triple G. Triple G ain't beat Canelo Alvarez. And Triple G, hey, maybe it's true what Flo Mayweather said about Triple G. Maybe he is, basic, simple, no special effects, straight up and down, no special effects. Because Triple G have struggled with the likes of Daniel Jacobs when he steps up, right? Sergey Derevyanchenko, people be like, yo, why doesn't Demetrius Andrade fight Sergey Derevyanchenko? What the hell's Derevyanchenko done? Who has he beaten? You contradicted fool. Come on, y'all. As a hardcore boxing fan, we gotta be on the same page on this one, regardless if you a fan or not. There is a man that's been doing wrong. Let me tell you something about these belts, folks. Let me keep it real. I'm gonna do a video about this. These belts don't mean nothing. Because it seems like the belt of the WBO and middleweight doesn't mean nothing to the guys that needs to unify. Forget about Demetrius Andrade. Don't they want to fight for that belt, the WBO? Don't they want to unify? It's supposed to be Demetrius Boo Andrade. Forget it. I said a long time ago. He's not Boo. He's just Boo. 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 Have you going to the 168 or you don't want the $7 million? You don't want to fight Demetrius Andrade. The business handlers don't want no part of Demetrius Andrade. And I want to know why. Has he burned bridges with somebody that we don't know? We don't know. Maybe we got to ask the right questions to get the right answers. But, folks, come on, man. Collectively, we got to be on this one. Let's put the pressure on where the pressure needs to be. Because if you're going to shame Demetrius Andrade for fighting it, is this mandatory? Really? Are we fighting for mandatories more than a unification bout? We're going to keep that same energy? Anyway, look, matter of fact, if you don't want to put pressure, don't put pressure. Because at the end of the day, the business of boxing don't do shit for the fans anyway. The belts are made for the networks. That's the truth. The networks are only going to be putting championship fights. That's why. That's why these fighters know that the belt don't mean nothing in terms of glory anymore. We don't care as fans. We still going to be paying for Amir Khan and Kell Brook. They ain't fighting for nothing. We will pay for Deontay Wilder, Anthony Joshua, like if they did have the belts, like if it was fresh. Man, the fans has been contradicting themselves for a long time. We've been delusional. We've been the tomato cans. We are the Uber drivers. Because I know we always trying to diss the boxers for being that. We always critiquing the fighters. I don't know, folks. I just see this. It doesn't make any sense. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell. Get my updated videos. I love y'all. God bless. And on to the next.